Hello guys, welcome to our channel, and today we will discuss 10 important examples that will make you expert in an Excel interview. So to get the benefit of these 10 examples, you have to give the favor to watch the full video and you will get the benefit of these 10 examples with a short span of time. So we'll start our lecture without wasting any time, and we will start it with our first formula, which is count. So what does basically count do? So I just write equals to count bracket open, and I just select the whole array and I just close the bracket and enter. Here you see 11. So basically count will count the total number of cells, but it skipped the blank cells, so the total number of cells are 14, but it skipped the 3 blank cells, so the total cell it counted is 11. So if you want to count the number of blank cells, so we will just use the formula of count blank. So I just write equals to count and blank blank bracket open, and just select the whole array and I just close the bracket, and here you see the 3 because the total blank cells are 3. Now here you see the count a. Count a basically is the count all, so you have to just write equals to count a bracket. You can count the total number of students. So I just here it says 14 because the total number of students or the total number of cells are 14. This is how count blank and count all function completed. Now we will move to our second, which is the sum. So basically sum is the total, so I just write equals to sum bracket open, and it says the number, so I just select the whole array and I just close the bracket and enter. So it gives 59 because the 59 is the total sum of the numbers. Now maximum, so maximum means the maximum value in it, so I just write equals to max bracket open. You have to select the values and you have to close the bracket, so it gives 8 because 8 is the maximum value. And for minimum you have to just write equals to min bracket open, and we will just select all the boxes and close the bracket. So here you get 1 because 1 is the minimum value. Now average is average, and again I just select whole the array and I just close the bracket, so you'll get the average. Here you see the number of decimal values. So if you want to decrease the decimal, here you see the function increase or decrease decimal. I just decrease the decimal up to 2, so it is up to you how many decimals you want, or if you doesn't want the decimal you can decrease it. I just want the decimal up to 2. This is how our second function completed. Now I just come here our third, which is VLOOKUP function. So how VLOOKUP function works: VLOOKUP is a very important tool whenever we talk about Excel. So for VLOOKUP I just write equals to VLOOKUP bracket open, then it says which value you want to look up. So I just want to say I want to look up value in this cell, then I just write comma, then it says table array from which it want to extract the data. I just select the whole table array in which the data will be extracted, then comma, then it says column number. So I want the data of the column number 3, which is the score, and so I just write the 3 and then I just write 0 bracket. It says nothing available because we have not written any value or the name of the students, so we just drag it down, so the same formula will be implemented here. So before writing the name of the students, I just want to restrict the cells to these students name. For suppose if I just write Roy Bell, it gives 8 because Roy Bell got 8 marks. But if I just write Rock, then nothing else because Rock is not in our list. So to restrict these values, I will just use the data function, data validation. So how data validation works, you have to just click the cell, and here you see the data. So you have to just click on data, and here you see the data validation functions. You have to just click on it, and you have to click the first data validation function. Here you see the box appears. You have to just click here any value, and here you have to select the option of list. I just select the option of, now you have to just click on it, and it says source. So I just select all the names. Here you see the changes. I just here just click on it, and I just uh, track the same function. So here you see the value. If I just click on it, now it only shows the names which are appear in the box. Like Christopher Samuel got 0 marks because he has not attempted the paper. If I just write Emily, Emily got 5, and if I just write here Oliver no got 6, and if I just want to know the Stephen Jack got 0, and Daniel Albert got, and the last, if I just write here the name of the students like James got this one. This is how we can restrict by data validation. This is how data validation completed. Now you see concatenate function. Concatenate basically join the two words or join the two cells data. So I just write equals to concatenate bracket open. I just select the first value, comma, and again second value, and bracket close. Here you see that in concatenate function the value appearing 5 without any space. So if you want to get the value in space, so you have to just rewrite the function so you can understand the better. Concatenate bracket open, you have to just select the first, comma, seconds. Before selecting the second cell, you have to just write inverted comma open. You have to give some space, and inverted comma close, comma, and then third value, and bracket close. Now you see the space is also appearing here. This is how the proper function works. You have to just drag it down, so you will get the total marks of the students. This is how our fourth function completed. Now you see our fifth, which is COUNTIF. So we just want to know that how many blue sections students are present. So to get the data of the blue section, you have to just write equals to count if bracket open. Now it says range, which range you want to get. So I just select the whole range of the students, now comma, then it says criteria. So criteria is our blue. So I just select this cell, and I just close the bracket. Here it gives you the value of 5, which means the total number of students which are in this section blue are 5. I just drag it down, so you'll get the data of the number of students in green section are 4, the number of students in red section are 5. This is how our count function completed. I just want to make it presentable for some. In the same way, I just want to know the total number of students present in the blue section, and I want to sum up the total marks of the blue section students. So I just write equals to sum if bracket open. Again it says the same function which is in the COUNTIF. Like first it says the range, so I just select the whole range, comma, now it says criteria. So you have to select the criteria which is blue, and now it says sum range. So sum is always in the numbers, so you have to be careful. You have to select the same length of the range and the same length of the criteria, otherwise you will get a wrong result. So I just close it, and here you see the 14. So the total number of blue marks got by total number of marks and got by the blue section are 14th. And in the same way I just track the whole data, so you'll know that the same total number of students in green are 4 and they got the total marks 14. The total number of students in red are 5 and got 31 marks. This is how our sixth function completed. Now we will just proceed to our seventh, which is the status. So we will just want to know that if the students who had not attempted the paper has to re-attempt the paper, and the students who got even a single 1 marks will be cleared. So how I just write if formula. So if is also a very important function, and how is we can use if. You have to just write equals to if bracket open, you have to give the address d cell, like if d2 got less than equals to 0, it will be shown as test. Else if got more than 0, it will be considered as cleared. So I just close the bracket. Here you see the cleared because it has attempted the paper, and I just drag it down. So here you see the number of students got 6. 1 has cleared the paper. The students who had not attempted the paper, he has to re-attempt the paper. This is how our F or if formula completed. Now we will proceed to our 8th, which is the conditional formatting. So conditional formatting is plays an important role when we presenting something to someone. So how conditional formatting work? Before going to conditional formatting, I just select all the number of cells, and here you see the conditional formatting, and here you see the highlight cells. So I just want to know the number of students who are greater than. So the students who got greater than 3 marks will be highlighted with light red fill dark text, so you will get the data. So again I can just use the same function, like greater than. If the students got more than 7, the color will be yellow. So I just again select, and like if I just give the between, the person got between 3 and A, it will be so colored as why it is big. This is not working because you have to first you remove the one, otherwise you will not get the data of another function. Like first I just write if the person got 7, so what value it shows? It will shows yellow. So this is how you see if the person got greater than like 6. So I just again attempt, so you will get the better understanding. I just select all the arrays, and I just click the conditional formatting, and I just go greater than. Here I just put the criteria, like if the person got greater than 6 or the person got greater than 5, the color will be yellow. So here you see the values who got greater than 5, the color will be yellow. I again use one function which is between. So if the person got between 3 and 6, the color will be green. So you can also see the changes. This is how the function works. You can also use the same function of conditional formatting. Now we will proceed over 9th, which is the Roman conversion. Roman conversion is very important with respect to just if you are teaching in an educational institution. So how Roman function works, it is very easy. You have to just write equals to ROM in Roman, and you have to just select the cell which you want to convert, and you have to just close the bracket. This is how it will convert 45 into the Roman, and then here you see the conversion. This is how the Roman function is converted. Now we'll proceed our 10th, which is text to column function. Here you see the name of the students, which is Roybal. I just want to change or I just want to get the first name in this bracket and the last one in this bracket. So how you can use it is basically just the opposite of concatenate. In concatenate you will just combine the two words, and in this function you will just break the whole name into two words. So how you can break, you have to just select the whole uh, total number of list, or select the whole column. Then you have to just go here, you see the data, and in data here you see the text to column function. You have to just select it, and here you see the changes. You have to just click here next, and it says how I um, change or how I separate the function. So you have to just click on space. So here you see the name will be separated. You have to just select next, but before selecting the next you have to select the destination, otherwise it will select the destination in the same column. So we want the destination in another column, and we want that same will be written here. So I just remove the boxes, and I just select the destination, and I just click here. Now you say, do you want to replace the content? I just write yes. Here you see it has removed the or it has separated the two words. But before proceeding, you will have to understand that in count you have to write these value constantly. So for writing the constantly, you have to just write selecting the values, and you have to just write F4. So it will make it constant, otherwise it will give you wrong result. So I just make sure, and I just for making sure, you just write F4 before proceeding to any values. This is how our 10th examples completed. That will make you expert. So if you like our video, please share and subscribe. Thank you so much for your support.